Grace. Slick Grace. Slick Grace. Slick Grace, where are you? Slick Grace. Oh, there you are. Slick Grace, what are you doing? You're playing with the 12 J's of Xmas box. Wow. Oh, hey, you big stoners. It's Big Papa Hundo coming at you. I didn't know y'all was going to be here tonight. Look, we've got the 12 J's of Xmas box. Yeah, well, you know what? We don't have any more of the 12 J's of Xmas because Xmas is done. Woo! Let's see if we can see everybody here. Oh, hi! Hey, you big stoners. It's Big Papa Hundo and Slick Grace coming at you tonight. Slick Grace was just showing off, the 12 J's of Xmas, which was a really wonderful collaboration project with some of the most incredible growers out here in the Emerald Triangle. Yeah, they put this together, and it was one from all of the 12 amazing, growers out here in the Emerald Triangle that all got together to do that. And that was super awesome. All right, but, Slick Grace, sorry, the box is empty. Yeah, well, we're hoping for the Valentine's edition. Maybe. Oh, hey, you big stoners. So, what we're going to do tonight, all right, we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to clear up a couple things, talk a little bit about Pop-Up Pride down in Two Stoned, Arizona, and we are going to enjoy some, look at this. Here's some Up North, okay? Up North. Now, what it says here is it says, legacy burns better, never compromise. Well, Big Papa Hundo is all about never compromising, people, okay? Because whatever it is that you do, you make sure it's the right thing for you. But if you pass, please allow us to roll around in the grass because it's time. It's 420, 24/7, 365. Okay, so Big Papa Hundo has some legacy cannabis going on tonight. And we were going to look and tell you guys what is going on here, Big Papa Hundo. Okay, which end is up? There we go. So it's a little dark in here tonight. Big Papa Hundo's been working on all the wiring, the electric, and the hot water. We almost got hot water because, back in the back here, we've got the Jared Shaw suite. Yeah. Who's Jared Shaw, Big Papa Hundo? Well, I know we've told this story a lot of times, but real quick, for those of you who are just figuring this all out, okay, there are many layers to the onion that is Big Papa Hundo, and there are so many rainbow of causes that Big Papa Hundo is involved in and supports. Yeah, and y'all are kind of getting to know bit by bit just a hot lot of what's going on up here in the BPH Compound. Yeah, in the Emerald Triangle. So, while Big Papa Hundo gets, this nice Up North going so that he can talk to you and tell you a story. By the way, this is a 30% THC, y'all. And it's always very important for you all to check when you're looking to purchase, whether it is going to be for medical or recreational purposes, all right? You really need to know what it is that you're consuming, all right? And the big question of where did it come from? What's it all about? Well, Big Papa Hundo wants to let y'all in on a huge secret that most consumers have no idea, okay? And that is this. Because of the laws that are currently in place in these United States of America, okay, interstate commerce is not a thing. So even when you have companies that are multi-state operators and things like that, okay, you're not shipping it from one state to another. So everything you have, for example, if you happen to be in Two Stoned, Arizona, you're not getting Humboldt unless you come visit Big Papa Hundo and roll across the border to California and ask for it by name, people, okay? Not just Humboldt, but give some love to Mendocino, give some love to Trinity, okay? Because these are the legacy growers. And what is a legacy, Big Papa Hundo? Well, once upon a time, people, it wasn't about the drive-thrus, okay? It wasn't about the barcodes. It wasn't about let's get you in and out as quickly as possible and thank you drive through. It wasn't like that, people. Okay, we had ethics in our community and we had pride in what we did. And even though the majority of the world didn't quite understand, it didn't catch up quite yet, okay? Some of us have some of us have been singing the praises of medicinal marijuana as well as recreational, okay? And Big Papa Hundo always says the BPH MRI. What's a BPH MRI? Anybody out there? Ooh, I see y'all, but maybe a hot don't know, and that's okay because Big Papa Hundo will let you know. All right, the BPH MRI, that's the medical, okay? That's the recreation, and that's the inspiration. So this plant, the cannabis plant, okay? This is a plant that has been given to us as a gift that Mother Nature has provided. And it provides us medication, recreation, and inspiration. Now, it has been demonized. It has been the subject of all kinds of wibbly-woo talk. But Big Papa Hundo is here to dispel some rumors about it and to talk to y'all about it and to enjoy this quality legacy cannabis. Now, the question y'all asked was, what is legacy? What does that mean? Well, means back in the day, people, okay? Back in the day. Back in the day when you could not go to your local dispensary. Back in the day when you could not find it in, hopefully, coming up soon in just hot everywhere that it's possible to be sold because we want to get the plant to the people, all right? But we want to do so in an ethical manner, and we want to take care of the people. We want to take care of the communities, and we want to take a look back at the roots and what's really going on with the plant, okay? I'd recommend HumboldtGrace.org. Yeah, HumboldtGrace.org is a wonderful place for you to go, and you can take a survey there, and it's a cannabis ethics survey, all right? And if you're part of the community, your voice should be heard, all right? There's a wonderful video out there, and I hope y'all have seen it. Let the plant speak. You know what? It gets in your head, and it is so amazingly good, all right? And I've heard some feedback from y'all, and I understand. Some of y'all said, yeah, but that video says it's got AI. You know what, people? All right, here's the deal, all right? None of us love what all the changes are in the world and the way that the world is changing and evolving, and there's ups and downs to all of it, all right? But AI is here, and it's a tool, and it's something that it is using a lot of resources, and we got to think about what we're using them for and why. But also, you know, some of the harshest critics that I've heard against AI are big time gamers. And Big Papa Hundo's got no problem with gamers. In fact, Big Papa Hundo used to run the Coney Island Emporium at the New York Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, a long time ago. It was a 32,000 square foot arcade, had 16 Midway-style games. It had a laser tag and bumper cabs. Yeah, we had New York-themed bumper cars that were the bumper cabs. Yeah, and anyway, so Big Papa Hundo loves a good game. But y'all got to understand that there's a hot lot going on in those that is kind of some of the same things that y'all criticizing. So Big Papa Hundo agrees with you. Big Papa Hundo says, you know, with all this new technology and all the changes and all the stresses on our environment, all right, we need to be aware. And the biggest thing is we need some transparency. Okay? Because if we can't see, if we don't know what's happening behind the scenes, like, for example, if we put out a bunch of documents that explain what's going on and who did who and what and to whom and when and where, and we cover it all in a bunch of black boxes, we really didn't tell anybody anything, okay? So, we really don't even know. And who's controlling the message? I thought it was power to the people. We're supposed to have a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Anyway, Big Papa Hundo is talking a hot lot instead of enjoying this joint. And, yeah. Hang on. Okay, so Big Papa Hundo always enjoys a good sniff, and he always likes to draw on it before he lights it up, because he likes to get the flavor of that flower. before he even sparks it up. All right? Now, I recommend you do the same because you know what? When it's craft, you know. When it's crap, you know. And you know what? Turkey butt. You're paying attention. Okay, but no, seriously now, people. What Big Papa Hundo was going to tell you was that the scent and the taste, something about that legacy, it's just good, man. It's just hot good. All right. And I'm not saying what you got isn't good, but what I'm saying is that what you got is definitely coming from the state where you're in. Okay. So for those of you outside of the state of California, y'all can't get Emerald Triangle. Okay. And we're not encouraging you to break the laws. We're encouraging you to change the laws. We're encouraging you to speak up for yourselves and speak up for your right. You got to fight for your right to party, people. Okay? And speaking of party, we're going to have a party in Tucson, Arizona. That's Tucson, Arizona. And that's going to happen on February 21st. Why February 21st, Big Papa Hundo? Isn't that kind of arbitrary and wrong? That's a big word you just said there, Slick Grace. Oh, this is Slick Grace. She is the queer, imaginary, real banana slug. Yeah, and you know what? Well, I'll tell you something about banana slugs. Do you know banana slugs are hermaphroditic? Yeah, they got all the parts. Yeah, and so they can do and be everything that they are just like you, okay? Because people, all right, we're all right. All right, we're all right. And we're all exactly the way we're supposed to be. And you can't change that, all right? Being gay, being queer, being trans, okay? Being any of those labels, we're still human. So we got to treat our fellow humans like humans, not less than human. And Big Papa Hundo heard some wibbly-woo statements lately about how some groups of people or individual people are not human or less than human. You know what? That's kind of scary rhetoric because that's the same kind of rhetoric that throughout history has led to some serious violence, all right? Big Papa Hundo's not about the violence, all right? So, Big Papa Hundo, in a show of solidarity, on January 21st, Big Papa Hundo learned that the Tucson Pride Association, which is the third oldest pride association in these United States, closed its door and canceled its event on the 21st of February, okay? And there was a lot of sadness, a lot of mourning, and, you know, there should be, all right? But what else there should be is resilience, purpose, and resolve to move on. Because pride, okay, pride is inside of all of us, and pride is not owned by corporations, okay? Pride is not owned by boards of directors. Pride started, and now really hot needs to continue as a tradition of visibility, solidarity, resilience, and protest, okay? We're protesting the fact that we're hot tired of being treated like less than human because of what we are, who we love. It's not hot, not really anybody else's business what all that's going on, all right? But what is a problem is when we face harassment, when we face abuse, okay? There are some bad things that have happened to Big Papa Hundo, okay? Some really bad things. And we're going to talk about all those as we go through time. There's all the time in the world to talk about the bad, but Big Papa Hundo wants to focus on the good, okay? So what's Big Papa Hundo doing? Is this a power grab? Oh, hot, no. If it's a power grab, then it's a power to the people grab. Okay? Because what's in it for Big Papa Hundo? Hot nothing. Okay? Big Papa Hundo's living a life of seva. S-E-V-A. That is selfless service to humanity. All right? Big Papa Hundo isn't making a penny off of this. In fact, it's costing Big Papa Hundo all of his time and all of his treasure in order to roll on down to Tucson, Arizona to make sure that the community is resilient and gets together. Does Big Papa Hundo want to be in charge of anything hot? No. No. Okay? Big Papa Hundo wants to empower you to be in charge of yourselves and your community. All right? So what Big Papa Hundo is proposing is he's going to be rolling up to the mall at the University of Arizona at high noon on February 21st, 2026. And he would love to see as many of y'all as possible come out and join him. But, okay, as our numbers start to grow, we have a responsibility to our community and to each other that we have to show up and we have to have intention, because this is not like it is at a corporate event where you're showing up and somebody else is picking up the trash and somebody else is sweeping up the thing, and somebody else is thinking it all out for you. No, okay? This is us standing up with each other, for each other, together, okay? Together. So make sure you bring a pride bag. What's a pride bag, Big Papa Hundo? Thanks for asking, Slick Grace. I needed somebody to step in right there and ask that question. Well, I'm always here for you, Big Papa Hundo. Oh, Slick Grace. Now stop that. Oh, she's slimy tonight. Anyhow, if you don't know about banana slugs, okay, you should definitely look them up, because banana slugs are a fascinating creature. And yeah, just like Slick Grace, the imaginary, real, queer banana slug. There she is. Yeah, anyhow. What was the question, Slick Grace? What are we doing, Big Papa Hundo? What are we doing with this whole pride thing? Oh, okay, sorry. We're back on topic. Now, first of all, let's like this. Let's get to the point. We're going to smoke another joint. Ooh. And it stoned me to my soul. That's a song by the Jerry Garcia Band. Yeah, and you know who else is in the Jerry Garcia Band? Who else was in the Jerry Garcia Band? Our friend Melvin Seals. Yeah, and you can catch Melvin Seals and the JGB. Well, you can catch them a lot of places, but if you want to catch them with Big Papa Hundo, you can catch them on March 7th, 2026, at the Warfield in San Francisco, California. Yeah, we're going to roll up there with superstar jumpers Wavy and Job that are getting auctioned off for the Seva Foundation this summer. Yeah, June 2026. So keep your eyes out for that. But we're going to go back to, what's a pride bag, Big Papa Hundo? Thank you for reminding me. I lost my train of thought for a second there, but Slick Grace is always there for me. A pride bag is going to be a bag like a shoulder bag, a backpack, some sort of a bag that you have. And what should be in that? Okay? Well, first of all, I would love it if you would bring a couple of bags to bag your trash and leave enough room in your pride bag so that you can take your things out with you. Okay? Because part of the power to the people, okay, with great power comes great responsibility. All right? So we need to be responsible for ourselves. We need to be thoughtful in our impact on the community, all right? And Big Papa Hundo is going to be there, all right, to help out and keep an eye on things. But you know what? Big Papa Hundo is one person, just like you, okay? And we are all equally important. This is not a power structure. This is not a board of directors. This is not an organization. This is we, the people, all right? So Big Papa Hundo wants to put the power back to you. But now that you got the power, you also have the responsibility, all right? So put in your pride bag, a couple of bags to take out trash with you. And Big Papa Hundo will give you a big hint right now, okay? You want to be the coolest kid on the block. You really want Big Papa Hundo to be like, yeah, okay? Help others pick it up, all right? Pick up other people's trash too, all right? And help teach people in a positive way. Let's ask, please. Hey, may I please pick that up for you? Do you need a bag for your trash? Would you like a bottle of water? Okay? Now, here's a quick hint, all right? Y'all hot should know this. It's 2026, but, all right, as we've gotten into a season of protests and protest movements and other things Big Papa Hundo's involved in, we won't go into right now. One of the things that you learn is that we need to have people helping people, all right? So when we're out there, all right, this is democracy in action. This is expressing our voice, our views, our opinion, who we are, and what we believe in, okay? Now, if somebody is expressing an alternate opinion, okay, their voices should be heard as well, all right? We need to hear all the voices, and we need to treat each other with respect, all right? And if somebody's disrespecting you, all right, the best method is probably not to drop to that level, all right? The way is through our life, through joyful service, and through our lives as an example, all right? Anyhow, democracy in action, protest, all right? The 132 protest, absolutely, pride is a protest. It became a corporate party. Well, you know what? The whole world was having a hot party for a minute, and it sounds like some of the partying was hot, not okay, and pretty freaking creepy, if you ask me. All right? Big Papa Hundo was yucked out for a hot second thinking about what some folks in power have abused it to what extent, and you know what? We need to move on. We need to be resilient. We need to hold people accountable for their actions, but we need to step forward in celebration and in solidarity, all right? Is Big Papa Hundo proposing that we just 86 these organizations all together and we have no established pride organizations anymore? Huh? No. Who said that? Internet? Internet? Did you say that? Of course you did, okay? Because the internet will say anything, all right? The internet says everything and anything and all kinds of people, and that's great because you know what? That's letting all the voices be heard, all right? And that's definitely a good thing in the sense that all the sides are coming in, but we got to kind of cut through the noise at some point and say, Big Papa Hundo, what are you talking about? I'm talking about corporations, organizations. I'm talking about the necessary structure that it takes to pull off large-scale events of scope over time, all right? And Big Papa Hundo was the president of an international not-for-profit trade association, all right? And that association helped to build fire code standards that helped the entire world move closer to the goal of protecting life and property, man. It's a big freaking deal. So, having an organization, having a structure is very important. And it can affect very positive pro-social change. Absolutely. So, Big Papa Hundo is 100% behind the Tucson community, forming every association that you possibly can and getting together and figuring out what comes next. Okay? We're not proposing that Big Papa Hundo does any of that other than to love you, to guide you, to support you. And if you want my opinion, I'm a hot give it to you either way, all right? But it's not a seeking of power structure. It's not a way to build some sort of a how do we cash in on this, okay? And just like our legacy farmers, okay, all right, they had a vision, they had a dream. And they fought for legalization. They said, look, we have medication, we have recreation, we have inspiration. We want the world to have it too. And some interests got involved that started bulldozing that heart and soul of what brought us that medication, recreation, inspiration that so many of us know and love. And those of you who don't, okay, get over it. It's a joint. I smoked a joint. I'm a medical marijuana survivor. I'm alive because of this plant, okay? Okay? I am able to have a functional conversation with you as a result of my medication. Don't get weirded out, okay? Do I support children using it? Medically, you're damn right. If it's good medicine and it's the right medicine, then absolutely I do. Do I support children recreationally using marijuana? Hot? No. Okay? We've got to teach our children well. All right? But just like you had if I was having this conversation with my spray can over here, okay? All right? If I was hanging out with this, all right? This is potentially a hot lot more controversial, and this is also not available to children, okay? And this is locked up in most stores. Okay? Big deal. All right? Big deal. Does it still get in the wrong hands? Absolutely. Is that the fault of the paint and we should banish spray paint? Should we? All in favor of banishing spray paint? I hope none of y'all are, because Big Papa Hundo uses a hot lot of it, okay? And we'll continue to do so, all right? Because we want to respectfully be visible. We want to have our opinions and our perspectives known to the world, and we want to put out a message, all right? And that is we're all the same person trying to shake hands with ourselves, all right? So be good people. Now, back to corporations. We'll stop flag waving for a hot second. We'll go back to corporate talk. I will bring Slick Grace up to the boardroom table with me, just like we did so many times at the board. So, board of directors, do you recognize me? Yeah, I know. For some of y'all, this has been a hot lot of a transition. Others of y'all were like, yeah, we know. We know Big Pop Hondo. We know what's up. Anyway, corporate structures. So, do I support the idea and the concept that Tucson Pride should have some sort of a well-formed leadership and some transparency and some goals and get it all together? Yeah, I'm not suggesting that Tucson goes, Pride is canceled and the Pride Association is gone and that's it. We're just going to bury our head in the sand. There's no more such thing as Pride. Okay? Pride is not connected to an organization or an individual. The only individual it's connected to is each one of us within ourselves and how that manifests. So, I am not anti-associations, and you know what? There's plenty of room to have an official festival, and we're still probably going to have a little protest, all right? In a decentralized, organized, by the people, for the people, of the people, with the people, just like we have since we formed this great nation, okay? And politically, I think that y'all are pretty clear on where I stand with my politics, such as they are. But what we have to do, people, is we have to make the world a little better every single day. And we have to do that peacefully and proactively. So once again, Tucson, I support everything y'all are doing down there. I'm hearing a hot lot about it. As you know, I got a lot of projects going on in a lot of different ways. But I try to stay as up to date on what's going on as possible and keep my ears open and available to you so that as y'all have these wonderful debates and conversations, and I hope that you do continue that you can start to build something that is going to keep the tradition going from now until the next now, okay? And Big Papa Hundo also wants to say that it's incredibly important, you know. Protesting is a responsibility as well, okay? And we cannot become animals. We cannot stop caring for one another. We cannot resort to violence. We cannot damage things, okay? We have to be very, very, very careful that we don't become the very oppressive force that we're protesting against. So, when you show up to this protest, the 132 protest, or any sort of rendition thereof, including Pride, okay? Oh, why'd you guys tell me my hair was all pink tonight? Anyhow, when we show up, all right, we've got to choose to be present. We have to be mindful in the moment. We have to remember that we're all the same person trying to shake hands with ourselves. So the first thing that I would love for you to do, and hopefully, you know, you guys are doing this already to some degree, but I'm going to radically say, go out of your way to talk to hot everybody, okay? Because the best way for you to be involved in your community is to be involved in your community, okay? And if somebody's got different opinions, not like mine, or don't understand, okay, take the time to try to understand where they're coming from, all right? And you can agree to disagree, but do it peacefully, do it respectfully, Do it with love. All right? So when we show up, what's in that damn pride bag? I'm sorry. You're right. I was on a high horse about corporations because, you know, Big Papa Hundo has quite a bit of experience in the corporate world as well as in the legacy world. And you know what? Just like being queer, okay? Just like being queer. I'm sorry, we'll get there in a hot second, okay? Just like being queer, all right? There are reasons why, over time, that different groups have been forced into closets for their very survival, all right? And legacy marijuana growers were certainly forced into a closet for a hot long time, all right? Gay people, trans people, queer people, people that just didn't quite fit into the box, okay, for a hot long time have felt a societal pressure to shut up and go away. And pride is canceled. Okay? Hot no. Okay? Pride is not canceled. People are not canceled. All right? Sorry, it's a hot lot, y'all. It's a hot lot. Big Papa Hundo wants you to understand that historically, the perceptions and the way that people receive knowledge are quite different. And Big Papa Hundo works with the whole rainbow of people. And he loves them. And that's what he does. He loves people. And he loves Slick Grace. Slick Grace wants me to talk more about pride. And I said, I want to sit here and talk about loving people. Slick Grace, we'll get back to it in a minute. She wants to protest. Okay. Slick Grace distracted me, y'all. She really did. Okay, fine. We'll go back to it. All right. What's in your pride bag? What's in your pride bag are going to be some bags for trash bags for yourself, some to go. There's going to be room in there, and we're going to take out everything we take in, and we're going to take home more, even if we don't take home stuff, okay, because we're going to participate and be a part of our community. And radically, I would love all of y'all to meet all the people out there, okay? Strangers stopping strangers just to shake their hand. It's an old concept from the Grateful Dead tours. And back then, the communication was a hot lot different, okay? We sure as heck didn't have these kind of live stream spaces for me to ramble on to y'all and tell y'all a bedtime story. But what we had was we had people making real connections with other people. And because of our closeted status in the legacy world, you had to be kind of careful. You kind of had to judge who it was that you were dealing with, what their intentions were. And as we always said, oh, what I want to know is, are you kind? Okay? So kindness should really be a core value. All right? Humanity needs more kindness. Humanity needs more love. Humanity needs more people helping people. Okay? So Big Papa Hundo wants you to meet the people and to love them. All right? Accept them. Radical inclusion. All right? Find somebody who is maybe feeling a little uncomfortable or a little lost or a little alone. And let's make a connection. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's hear what they have to say, because everybody's got a story. Everybody's got a history. Everybody's had a different kind of day than you might have had today. And we're all dealing with all kinds of things in the world right now. Okay? And it's a hot lot on everybody. So please make those connections. Talk to the people, because that is how we're going to establish safety, visibility, and community. Okay? What stories? Now, the other thing you should do is if you've got, let's say, an acoustic guitar you like to play, if you got your dancing shoes you like to dance in, if you like to sing, harmonica sounds pretty nice. Banjo would be pretty cool. But when we get into like pedal steel guitars and electric guitars, I love electric guitars and pedal steel. But for public assembly, we have to be respectful of the rules and we have to be respectful of the other people in the space. So when we're in those public spaces, we need to try to keep it down to a roar that isn't going to be drowned out by amplified music, except for the wonderful bars, restaurants, and places that you will find as you happen to take your walk in small groups. This is the other thing. You know, I'd love to see every single one of y'all form a goal of maybe you got just yourself, maybe you got a couple friends, okay? But the 2 or 3 of y'all, all right, find 2 or 3 of somebody else's, and then definitely find a couple of people who are absolutely not finding a group yet, because those people will probably make some of the coolest additions to your group that you could ever imagine. All right. And in small groups, I want you to explore your community and I want you to see and be seen. Okay. And carry your signs. Yeah. Sing your songs. Okay. And be seen and be visible and be joyful. Okay. And show the world how resilient that we are. Okay, don't get angry. There's plenty to get angry about. No, don't get angry, Slick Grace. Okay, let's save that for another time. Let's turn pride into a joyful celebration of resilience, visibility, and solidarity. Okay, and if we got other things that we need to protest at the same time, then, you know, we can get all the protesting out of our system we need to, but let's not get violent, people. Let's not get aggressive. Let's not break the rules. All right? Let's not obstruct traffic. Let's not tear things down. Let's keep it to show our humanity. And let's show that we're bigger. All right? If we got forces that are coming into our neighborhoods and they're doing some pretty wibbly-woo stuff, and they're hurting people, and they're stealing people, and they're scaring people, okay? We don't want to turn into that, all right? One oppressive force is not better than another oppressive force. They're both oppressive, all right? We need an empowering force. We need a positive force. We need something good for a change, all right? All I am saying is give peace a chance. Yeah, all right? Now, maybe it's a throwback, okay? Might be a throwback, but I'd rather have a throwback than throw away, which, you know, a lot of things are getting thrown away right now if we let them. So let's stand up. But we're talking about small groups. So you and your group of 2 or 3, and you and your group of 2 or 3, and the 1 or 2 other singles over here that are looking for some people just like you are going to get together, and we're going to walk. Okay? And the nice thing about the walk is it's circle. Okay? So we're going to cruise in our little groups from where we are at the mall. You know, I'd recommend a nice walk. I personally am going to walk on down to the university, from the mall through the university. And then I'm going to go by all those cute little shops and restaurants, which hopefully will be open and displaying big pride flags to show us that, hey, you know what? We love you and we want to see you here and we stand in solidarity. Okay? So that's all. That's going to cause us to go into those little places and show the support right back and show the love. But then we're going to cruise on down to 4th Avenue. And by the way, there is a free streetcar in Tucson, Arizona that just happens to run along the same route that Big Papa Hundo is proposing. So if we need a hop on, hop off, yeah, what a great idea. Okay, so our parade is an ongoing affair that turns the whole place into a circus. Yeah, Big Papa Hundo wants you to be happy. Yeah, we want you to be happy. If you know, you know. That was an inside joke for a certain group of people that I'll be seeing in April when we do a certain thing. You're being too cryptic, Big Papa Hundo, and you're losing everybody. What? Okay. I'll just go right to it then. Shameless endorsement of things to come in the future, like a clown jumping off the Stratosphere Tower. That's right. On April 18th, 2026 at exactly 4:20 p.m., Big Papa Hundo, the Humboldt-Lorax Clown, will return live to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, and he's going to jump off the 108th floor of the Stratosphere Tower. Yeah, live at 4:20 p.m. on April 18th, 2026. And then, following that, we're just going to take a nice little walk over to the Sphere, Las Vegas, to see a band called Phish, with a P-H-I-S-H. The I is small, the rest are large. Yeah, and then after that, we're going to go see our friends, specifically Graham Lesh and friends. If you know, you know, okay? I'm just saying, that's a big hint being dropped right here. That is April 18th, 2026. And again, the times and dates of the event for that particular day, since you asked, Slick Grace. Yes, the events of that day follow like this. The previous night, which is April 17th, 2026, there is going to be a show by a band called Phish at the Sphere. Oh, so y'all will be sleeping in a little bit, but I know what you're going to be doing if you happen to be in Las Vegas on April 18th, 2026 at 4:20 p.m. You can watch Big Papa Hundo, the Humboldt-Lorax Clown, as he jumps off the 108th floor of the Stratosphere Tower in Las Vegas, Nevada, live. Then you can see at 8:08 p.m. a band called Phish at the Sphere, Las Vegas. And then at 11:11 p.m., you can see Graham Lesh and friends. Yeah, at the Brooklyn Bowl, Las Vegas. So, recommend that y'all THC you all there. All right, now, let's go back to what we're talking about over here. We're talking about people in groups, okay? So, sociologically speaking, people in group. Wait, it's not that kind of lecture. No, Slick Grace. We're talking about our small groups, and we're talking about the fact that that route that the free shuttle runs, it's a streetcar. I love streetcars. I'm really into them. And there is a wonderful museum in town. So when Big Papa Hundo rolls up to Tucson, because, you know, Big Papa Hundo's not in Tucson right now. Big Papa Hundo is up here at the BPH Compound in Humboldt County in the Emerald Triangle. All right. And this is the dog house that we're working on right here. And this is where the dog is hanging for right now. But we weren't talking about that. We're talking about sociology, people in groups, and all that kind of good stuff. And then Slick Grace said, focus, Big Papa Hundo. Okay, let's go back to Pride. So that streetcar that you can take for free in Tucson, Arizona runs until 2 a.m. All right, and the route that it's running is going to be right close to the University Mall right there. Okay, so Big Papa Hundo is going to follow that route of that tram, and I'm sure he's going to jump on it at some point because he wants to see everything all the way down 4th Avenue and around, and a big old circle around downtown Tucson, and then back down 4th Avenue, and then back down the University, and to the University Mall. And he likes to do that as many times as he possibly can. And sometimes he's going to do it walking, and sometimes he's going to do it on the tram. And, but what he is going to do is he's going to make sure that he's safe and cautious. And he's going to make sure that you all are too, okay? And how are we going to do that? Because we're going to look out for ourselves and each other, and we're going to prove, okay? We're going to prove that power to the people works. Okay? It works. When we do it well. Okay? Because we do it with heart and we do it with love. Okay? We're not doing it for the profit. All right? And there's nothing wrong with profits. Okay? Not picking on you for making a profit. Just saying, look, if you're profiting off of it, can you please invest that back into the community and the people that help get you there, okay? Oh, we're going to run out of power here. So Big Papa Hundo is going to have to cut it a little bit short, but he wants to encourage and remind you all to take good care of yourselves, take good care of each other. And I'm sorry I got to cut it short because my phone went, okay? And that's a sad sound because then we lose the whole thing. So anyway, I got to go, all right? We'll talk a little later when I find power. Power to the people, all right? Big Papa Hundo. I will THC you all a little late. Wait. I know. Even though we're going to run out of power, we have to do this because this is the most important thing. Okay? Put your good where it does the most. I love you. Good night.